Okay. Yes, guys. And is the screen is shared with you? You can able to see the PPTs? Yes. You can able to? Yes, you can able to see. That's all. Good. So now there is one more question which can come in the exam is about the risk. Okay. Understand. I'm visible to you all. Just try to understand one by one. Uh, Risk. Prior to risk, you must be knowing I have covered this topic as well. If you see over here, this particular sum which is of 2018 we have already covered, and now all difficulty levels are covered. The topic which is left is risk in project. So first understand risk is very important topic which is important for you even for your FRM examination if you will be giving for. So risk management has got 4 steps. And the first step of risk management is, any idea? Yes, the first step of risk management is going to be risk identification. The first step going to be risk identification. The first step is risk identification, followed by that, okay, once you have identified which kind of risks you will identify in this. See, there are 4 stages of risk management. The first one is risk identification. After that, the second stage of risk management is risk quantification. And the third stage of risk management is, the third stage of risk management is going to be, do you remember? Any idea? The first one is risk identification. The second one is quantification. Deliberately I am writing it because it is going to help you. Quantification and quantification are of 2 types in risk. One is qualitative analysis, and the second one is quantitative analysis, Okay, this is the second stage of risk analysis or risk management. First one is risk identification, second stage is risk quantification, and risk quantification is done by 2 ways, that is qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. The third method is of risk management is, what you guess? What you get? Yes, what you guess? Risk response strategy. Okay. The third stage is risk response strategy. Okay. And there are 4 kind of risk response strategies are. Any guess? You can type and you can say. Somebody wants to discuss, please go ahead here. We have limited time. Risk response strategy, and what else? In risk response, there are 4 methods. The first one is risk avoidance. That means avoidance is one method. Many a times, many of the project, you don't want to take risk. For example, if NPV is negative, you don't want to take risk. Am I right? That is the risk avoidance. Or you don't want to set up a business at Kolkata or probably in West Bengal or communist ruled states, West Bengal, or it could be Kerala. That is the risk avoidance. Whereas the normal method of risk response strategy which is used is this. What do you think? Yes, transfer. That is the next level. That is the second risk response strategy, that is risk transfer. The first one was risk avoidance. The second one is risk transfer, wherein you transfer your risk to the insurance companies or you do hedging of money. This is risk response strategy. Are you getting? Guys, are you with me? So risk response has got four strategies. One is risk avoidance. Second one is risk transfer. Okay. Second one is risk transfer. So now, if risk avoidance and risk transfer is done, so what could be the other strategy of risk response? That is, any guess? Mitigation strategy. This is the third strategy which is being used. That is risk mitigation strategy, wherein you want to minimize the risk. Why? How you will minimize the risk? For example, if you want to launch a full-fledged big bang project, rather than that, you will run a pilot project and you will start your things. So that is going to be a mitigation strategy. And the last risk response strategy is nothing but acceptance. That is, you are accepting the risk. So, as I told you, there are four stages of risk: risk identification, then risk quantification. Quantification is done two-way. Then risk response strategy. That is four methods which I have told you. That is avoid, transfer, mitigate, accept. That is risk response strategy. And the fourth one, risk management plan ka fourth stage is implementation of risk response. Implementation of risk response. This data is not available anywhere. Please try to understand. And that's why you have to understand this. Are you comfortable so far? Guys, message? Or somebody should talk? Suresh, can you answer? Okay, good. So now, out of this, risk identification, that means you will, for any project, you will try to find out political risk, technical risk, currency risk. For example, Switzerland lost its $2 billion because of currency risk. Because when they borrowed the capital from the bank of European bank, at that time, $1 was equal to 35 rupees. Whereas when they had to pay back, it was $1 is equal to 56 rupees. So they have lost straight away 40% or 60% or 50% of the amount because of the currency devaluation. So those are the risk identification. Technology risk. That is when Mozart started their company with manufacturing of CD, but later on, new plant also they set up for CD only, CD DVDs. But by 2009, when the new plant got commissioned, what happened? CDs become absolute, and the pen drive was the new culture altogether. So technology risk. Are you getting? So now these are the risks, and after identification of risk, you have to quantify risk. And quantification of risk is done qualitative way and quantitative way. And quantitative way is done by one method which we are learning today. That is called sensitivity analysis. What is that? Sensitivity analysis. And here is this numerical sensitivity analysis. Okay. Can anybody read this? Can anybody help me to read this? Yes. Yes, we require two-way communication. Please help me. Yes. Okay. Somebody please help me.
ABC company proposes to start a new venture for manufacture of fluorescent bulbs.
Yeah.
Estimates of the new venture are as under follow. Output of the bulbs per annum is 3 lakhs units. Expected sales revenue per annum is 15 lakhs. Fixed cost is 35 lakhs and variable cost is 66 lakhs. 1 crore.
Okay. So find out what is to be calculated.
Break-even point. If the selling price come down to rupees 40 per unit, tabulant result indicating the
Okay.
sensitivity of BP and selling
Okay. So
price.
break-even point break-even analysis. How you will be doing? Do you remember how is the anything about break-even point graph?
Where company faces no loss and no profit.
Mm-hmm.
Sales equals to
Okay.
the cost.
Sales is equal to cost. Okay. Sales is equal to cost. Okay. I do agree. Appreciate. Okay. एक minute. Sorry, but I am just checking out, but because of non-availability of board, I have to solve this sum on this. I'm little worrying. Hmm, shit. Hmm. Okay. Guys, board is visible to you. My board is also visible. Yeah. Guys, board is visible. Board is visible or not?
No, sir.
No.
No.
I- is now board is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So now we'll try to understand this because to solve this kind of sum, you need to know break-even calculations. A very simple calculation of understanding this one we'll do. Okay. On the x-axis of break-even analysis, what is going to be x-axis? Remember, it is quantity on x-axis and y-axis amount. Okay, or cost. Is it okay? There is a line like this, straight line. What is that line? Remember, this is a fixed cost line.
Yes.
And this is the line going to be a variable cost line. As the number of unit increases, the cost increases. Variable cost line. Comfortable? So now, what is going to be the total cost? This will look like this, total cost. This is called total cost. And what do you think total cost is going to be equal to? Fixed cost plus,
Variable cost.
right? Now, there is one more line. If you remember, what is this? Huh? Total revenue. Am I right? This is a revenue line. And this is what you say, this is revenue and this is cost. Where total revenue is equal to total cost, you will say it is break-even point. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am? Okay. So now, just try to understand this. Huh? Suppose variable cost per unit is B per unit. Huh? Rupees B and इसका है A per unit. So can you tell me fixed cost को उतना रहेगा? Variable cost is going to be, don't you think, going to be B into quantity Q0,
Yes, sir.
right? And total revenue is going to be, just try to understand, total revenue is going to be What is going to be total revenue? A जितना क्वांटिटी सेल हो गया Q0 मल्टीप्लाई बाय एक यूनिट का कॉस्ट. जैसे 5 रुपए का एक रहेगा तो 5 रुपीज इंटू, if they have sold 100 तो 5 into 100, that is going to be your revenue. वही 100 इधर रहेगा, लेकिन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट if it is 2 rupees तो 2 rupees is B per unit. Okay, so basically total cost is equal to total revenue, and that is the reason when I say total revenue is equal to total cost at break even, I can say total revenue, I can say total revenue is equal to fixed cost plus B into Q0. Total revenue is equal.
So we are not able to see what you're writing.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Visible? Okay. A into Q0 minus, okay, A into Q0 is equal to FC plus B into Q0. Is it okay? Visible? ये वाला पार्ट मैं इधर लाऊंगा तो A minus B Q0 is going to be fixed cost. Correct?
Yes.
So that means, can I say Q0 is equal to fixed cost A minus B, where A is sales cost, sales price, sorry, and B is variable cost per unit. That is nothing but contribution. Are you getting? Hello, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So, in this case, in this sum, you just tell me break even point पे effect क्या आ रहा है? You are trying to find out. Huh? What is the fixed price is first thing. Is A is given to you. Find out the effect of break even point if the selling price come down to 40 rupees. पहले तो what is selling price now currently? How you will calculate in this case? Output of bulb is given 3 lakhs. Expected sales revenue per annum is 1.5 crores, 150 lakhs. Can I get sale price? That is A, sale price can I get 150 lakhs. I'm selling, that is my sales revenue, expected sales revenue divided by number of units I manufacture, output bulb. तो एक बल्ब का कितना आएगा? 3 लाख बना रहा हूं और बनाया पैसा कितना आ रहा है मुझे? 1.5 करोड़, that is 150 lakhs. So 150 divided by 3 lakhs, that is rupees 50. Are you getting? That is rupees 50. That is what we are getting. Are you getting? This is एक unit का price. So now what is happening? What happens to your this one variable cost? ये B कैसे निकालेंगे? This is the sales price. B is equal to what is mentioned? Variable cost 66 lakhs दिया है divided by number of units 3 lakhs. That means 22 rupees का आपका variable cost है. So what is going to be the break even quantity? Fixed cost कितना दिया हुआ है मैडम? Can you tell me fixed cost? Are you there?
35 lakhs, sir.
So 35 lakhs divided by 50 minus this 22. How much it is going to be? 35 lakhs divided by 28. How much it is going to be? Yes?
7 lakhs.
Yeah? Can anybody tell me?
So that side of the board is not visible.
Okay. 35 lakhs divided by 28. ना मैडम? दिख रहा है अभी? Is it okay? Visible?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you tell me. 35 lakhs divided by 28.
$1.25.
So 1.25 lakhs is my break-even quantity. So now to find out sensitivity, what I am doing, price I am changing. Price, if I am changing it to 40, what will happen? 35 lakhs divided by 40 minus 22. So कितना आएगा? 35 lakhs divided by 18. 18 numbers. 18 rupees. So कितना आएगा? This comes to
35 lakhs divided by
18. That is 1.94 lakhs around. Right? Are you getting?
yes sir.
So sensitivity क्या आया? If the 10 rupees से price change हो रहा है, if the price is changing by 10 rupees, 50 से 40 हो गया, so my break-even quantity has increased. Are you getting? Are you getting or not? This
Yes,
is
sir.
about the sensitivity. That means at a time, how many factors I am changing? Guys, are you getting? At a time, how many factors I am changing? I am just changing one factor at a time. Are you with me? Yes.
Yes.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what you have to understand. This is the sensitivity, where in sensitivity, basically what you are trying to understand, that there are multiple factors. Out of those multiple factors, only few factors you are varying at a time, and you are trying to find out what is the change happening. So break-even point में एक change आ गया. So this is the way you have to find out sensitivity analysis. This is the sensitivity analysis. Yes, I'm getting the answers here. Perfectly. All right. Great. Great. So now, are you with me so far? Hello? Is okay. Guys, are you with me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You are with me. Fine. So now, the PPTs are still visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is one more question. Just look at this question. Decision tree. This is also one more quantitative analysis problem. Suppose you have 5 lakhs. Yeah, can you read, madam?
Suppose you have 5 lakhs to invest in share market. Your broker has suggested 10 to invest in either company A or company B.
Yeah, that 10 is a marks, huh? So forget it. Suggest to invest.
Invest in either company A or company B. Shares in company A are risky, but could yield a 40% return on investment during next year if stock market conditions are favorable. If stock market conditions are not favorable, the stock may lose 20% of its value. Company B provides safe investment with 15% returns in bull market and only 5% in bear market. The chance of market being bull is 55%. Draw decision tree and specify optimum of the of
Okay. So, great, great. So you can able to see this now, and you are going to now read this and explain. Yeah, we are going to understand this. Hold on. Yes. Now board is visible, and board is also visible, and question, that part is also visible, right? Question is also visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, board is partly visible. Okay, now it is fully visible, board. Board is visible.
Partly.
Okay, top part.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's discuss there itself, this sum. Omkar, are you with me? Simran, board is visible? Yeah. So ma'am, question bolo, you have how much money?
5 lakhs.
You have 5 lakhs. There are going to be, this is called decision notes, and this is called chance note. Huh? If I take decision 1, invest in A, and if I take decision B, if I take investment A, there are two probabilities which are happening. What are happening? A में invest करूँगा तो. Can you tell me, ma'am?
One, if the market goes down, then it would lose 20%, and the other, if market goes up, then it may yield 40%.
If it is good market, what is going to happen, and bad market?
It could yield 40% if the market goes up, and it may lose 20% of its value if the market goes down.
These are the two conditions going to happen, right? Okay, good and bad. And in case of B, good and bad conditions.
15% return in bull market. That is upwards.
So bull market, 15% return, and bear market
5%.
how much?
5%.
5% return. There is no negative return.
Yes.
What is stable completely, right? So now
Yes.
you have to take a decision. How you will take a decision, ma'am? Yes. Okay. Just tell me, what is the probability of bull and bear market? This is bull market in given and bear market. What is the probability of bull market?
55%.
This is 55%, and this is obviously bear market will be 45%. So now the returns will be, this is called, in case of decision tree analysis, this is called decision tree analysis, which is quantitative risk analysis. In this, EMV is calculated. So EMV, that is expected monetary value of project A. EMV stands for expected monetary value of project A. If I have to calculate, remember that this multiply by this. 0.5 is the probability of bull market, multiply by return is 40%. Here, bear market, the probability is 0.45, multiply by percentage is minus 20%. What is going to be the effective return? 40% into 55 is 22%. Okay. Or either 0.45 into 20% minus, kitna aega? It is 9%. So overall return will be, expected monetary value of investment in A is 22 minus 9, it is 13%. Is it okay?
Yes.
Similarly, for B, expected monetary value of project B, if somebody asks you to calculate, how you will be calculating? That is 55% multiply by, sorry, 0.55 because 55, 0.55 multiply by 15% plus 0.45 multiply by 5%. How much it is going to be? 55 into 15%, this comes to 55 into 15%, how much it is, ma'am?
8.25.
8.25%. And 45 into 5%, 0.45 into 5%,
2.25. 2.25.
2.25. This works out to be 10.5%. So expected monetary value of which project is higher?
A.
A. So where you will be investing as a decision maker? In A or B, I should invest. A is given 13, giving expected monetary value, that is return is 13%. B is return is 10.5%. Where I should invest?
A.
Project A. This is what the decision tree. This is also used to be asked in your final examination, and that is what you have to understand. Is it okay so far? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you are with me, just a minute. Okay. So guys, now let's try to understand. Let's look into, as far as syllabus is concerned, we have covered everything. Just let's try to understand what we are going to have today, difficulties level. Just trying to understand. Okay. Guys, you know that timings are, everything is set. Just understand the difficulty level. SPV, क्या होता था SPV? SPV, PPP, I had discussed. Am I right? Special purpose vehicle, SPV, PPP. Yeah? Tell me fast. What is PPP? Yes, sir. I would like to see. What is PPP? PPP projects. Yes, sir. Students, what is PPP? Public-private partnership. Yes, correct. Then we have discussed about what are the components of PPP, SPV, special purpose vehicle. What are the components? Sponsorer. You have seen, no? Sponsorer is one of these. Yeah. Contractors. Concession agreement partner. Regulatory body is also the part of SPV. Bankers are also supporting. In projects are taking which kind of loan? Recourse loan or non-recourse loan? Which kind of loan projects are taking normally? Yes. Projects, which kind of loan they are taken non-recourse? Yes. It's a non-recourse loan which they go for. Then, guys, what is technical appraisal of the project consist of? You are on chat also. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah. Okay. What is technical appraisal? What consists of? We have discussed technical intricacies of the project, plant layout, plant location, scale of project, collaboration agreement, raw material sourcing. These are all part of what? Technical appraisal of the project. Did I discuss that? In detail, I discussed when I was mentioning DPR. Are you getting? So that is also, okay, great. Okay. NPV calculations, IRR calculations, these already I have told you. Now my one question is there. See, normally I have told you the sums where the first year there is a positive cash flows. Okay. The first year there is positive cash flow and the second year is also positive cash flow. This is what I have discussed with you. No, 0 year there is a negative, that is outflow is there. First year there is a positive cash flow is there. Second year positive cash flow. That is inflow and other way outflow. In case if consecutive 2 years if there is a negative flow, that means what? That means what? Consecutive 2 years if it is a मतलब 0 year में आपने 10% गया आपका पैसा and there is a sum in which it has been mentioned. Just a minute. I think you will try. Just a minute. I will share the screen with you. Just a minute. You a window. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me, is screen is visible? Excel sheet is visible to you? Am I right? Okay. Is Excel sheet is visible, guys, to you all? Suppose 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, and 5 years. The first year and 0 year. 0 year. This is year. Guys, I'm discussing about paper today. Suppose the first year, 0 year, you have negative cash flow of 10 lakhs. Okay. 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 Negative cash flow, that is minus 10 lakhs. And second year also minus. Second year is also minus 5 lakhs. इसका मतलब क्या है भाई? But can anybody tell me? And rest year 2 lakhs is positive, 3 lakhs is positive, and then 7 lakhs is positive. What it means? Can anybody tell me? This is the situation is given of a project. What it means?
Cash outflow is increased.
Don't you think first year and second year, where is 0 year and first year? So first year also there is a cash outflow which is negative. Are you getting? This is when it is negative, that means first year also the cash is outflow is there. 0 year, that is initial cash outflow is also there. Second year is also there is a cash outflow. So NPV कैसे निकालोगे? Can anybody tell me NPV formula? What NPV formula is? Yeah, PV, present value of cash inflow minus present value of cash outflow. Are you getting what it means? PV, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालना पड़ेगा. तो फर्स्ट ईयर इसका तो कोई प्रेजेंट वैल्यू 10 लाख ही रहेगा, लेकिन जो नेक्स्ट ईयर का 5 लाख है ये इसको आपको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू में निकालना पड़ेगा, एंड दैट फैक्टर विल बी आल्सो नेगेटिव. सो 0 year and first year both are negative. That is cash outflow, and rest of the year are cash inflows. Are you getting? Are you with me? उसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालना पड़ेगा. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So that is one thing. Can anybody tell me IRR is the rate of return at which NPV is? What is the definition of IRR? At which NPV is 0. Correct? Exactly. Yes, Omkar, you are right. Eric is also right. Okay. Earned value analysis, I already told you. What is the definition on earned value analysis? You know that what is BCWP? Earned value is BCWP. BCWP stands for? Yeah. BCWP stands for budgeted cost of work performed. That is nothing but earned value. Yes. ACWP is actual cost of work performed. Yes. And BCWS, that is quite important. Planned value. Exactly. That is budgeted cost of work schedule. So this calculation, if the values are given, you can able to calculate what is CPI, what is SPI, that is CPI cost performance index, SPI is schedule performance index. Now, if a question is given, if CPI is greater than 1, what you can infer from that? If the question is CPI is greater than 1, what you can infer from that? Question is CPI greater than 1. Spending under budget. Perfectly all right. Okay. Whereas if I say SPI less than 1, what it means?
Budget exceeded.
Budget में आता है SPI.
Sorry.
Delayed. Correct. SPI less than 1, delayed. Whereas SPI greater than 1, SPI greater than 1, ahead of time. Project is ahead of time. Okay, great. Okay, in our projects we have studied what is BOOT, what is PP, BOOT, BOT. Remember EPC contracts. BOOT. What is that? Build, operate, own, transfer. Very good. And BOT. Yeah. BOT. Build, operate, transfer. Okay. Correct. You will not be owning that. EPC contracts also I have discussed with you. And hybrid contracts also I have discussed with you. What is EPC contracts? When the contracts are given, those are EPC contracts many a times in the projects. What are those? Engineering, procurement, and construction kind of contract. That is EPC contract. You know, mostly L&T, mostly Nagarjuna construction, IRB construction. They take many a times EPC contract where government don't want to do every activity, or many of the private players don't want to do EPC contract. They give it to these bigger contractors, and they execute the project entirely, including engineering part of the project. See, normal contractor is time, material पे काम करता है, time, manpower, material ये चीजें का पर काम करता रहता है. Whereas EPC contract में engineering is also yours, procurement is also yours, construction is also yours. So entirely responsibility is with you, like a turnkey project only. So and that's why EPC projects are many a times difficult for the executor, because क्या होता है, it's a turnkey, you can't increase the price. Once you have given the price, it's all you have to fit into that price. If it is budget is getting exceeded, many a times you lose money, and that is why EPC create a lot of problem. It has created a lot of problems, and that is why subsequently what had happened, that government when came out with PPP, the problem was, you know, that in PPP, public-private partnership, again, entire expenditure has to be done by the private party. EPC, entire expenditure will be done by government in case EPC contract government is doing. So now the problem is EPC contract, PPP contract. So now there is a hybrid contract being created for road projects and all. Why it has been created? There is a hybrid contract. Why it is created? Because many a times in road project, what happens? Certain support is budget. If it is 1,000 crore budget, if it is completely PPP, the 1,000 crore is at stake for the private company. So rather than that, if government contributes 40%, then it becomes 40% from the government and 60% from the private party, and that is why it becomes a hybrid contract. So hybrid contract is a new term. DPP calculation I have told you already. Okay, can anybody tell me the first case study which we have done it, the GMR, that was revenue sharing agreement being done, or it was profit sharing agreement done with the government as per concession agreement? Revenue sharing. How much revenue we have decided to share? I mean, GMR Group decided to share to private company. Private company, nahi, government. In case of Delhi Airport, do you remember? Jay? Yeah, something around that, 45.99%. You are right, absolutely right. Whereas in case of Mumbai Airport, GVK has not given 45.99, whereas they have given little less, that is 38% ke aspas. It's okay. Guys, I'm just discussing about the final part. We have covered. Okay, the sources of finance also I have discussed. What are those sources of finance? Did I discuss about guys, hire purchase, leasing? We have discussed, no? VCs, perfect. We have discussed this part also. So this is also sources of finance is also part of your exam. Then your A, B, C out of PQ or multiple projects are there, out of which project is better. That also selection is also there part of your examination. Okay. We have discussed about appraisal of the project. You are aware which are the appraisal we done. We have discussed technical appraisal. We have discussed commercial appraisal, which is nothing but forecasting, that is demand and supply, that is commercial appraisal. We discussed about commercial appraisal is also called as market appraisal. Then we have discussed about financial appraisal. Then we have discussed about economic appraisal. We discussed about ecological appraisal, and we have discussed about management appraisal. That is also part of BPR. Okay. We have discussed about many of the curves as well. S curve also we have discussed during our discussion. So, guys, I think we are ready for our examination, final examination. You can unmute yourself. At the same time, you can discuss. I can say all the best for your future endeavors, all the best for your career. Yeah, be successful. This is only I have wish. Okay, I had a great time with you all. Yeah, any question? Acha, Omkar has raised one question. Sir, mostly we have assumed the investment is at the beginning of the year. But if it is given that investment is done at the end of the year, then what will be changed? In that case, if the investment is done at the end of the year, then you have to charge interest now on that. You have to, by 1 year ka complete interest will be applicable. Na? Omkar, did I answer your query? At the end, that means 1 year ka interest lagne wala hai. Yes. So, guys, I have discussed almost each and every topic. I hope so that I have given justice to your subject. I have discussed both the question paper, which are very much relevant for you because it is as per the new pattern of the examination. I have discussed both the question paper. Operation parts little only I could able to discuss because it has supposed to be covered earlier itself. But still, if you want any doubts, definitely you can connect with me anytime. Many thanks for your cooperation. Many thanks for cooperation, including CR. Many thanks to you as well for arranging. Thank you, Akshay. All the best to you. See you soon. Okay? Have a great career ahead. My future CEOs, CFOs, CXOs. Right? Thank you, guys. Any questions you can ask me? Otherwise, we are ending the session.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in the question what Omkar asked you, in that case, I mean, if the investment is done at the end of the year, so I mean, in that case, we'll have to take the present value of investment as well, or and then compare it with
first year का आपको discount करना पड़ेगा. 1 year का complete discount करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, so मतलब like PV निकाल के then we'll have to I mean compare that with the cash inflows.
Yes, exactly.
To find the NPVs, right?
Present value निकाल के 1 साल का तो देना पड़ेगा ना PV उसका value वो करके करना.
Yeah, thank you so much.
है ना? समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Sometimes अगर suppose 0 शुरू में spend किया है 1 year में average थोड़ा करके spend किया है तो 6 month का लेते हैं many a times because on an average 6 month का फिर interest जाता है ना? Are you getting?
Yes,
so,
sir.
But generally if it is end, that is 1 year you take it. That's okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. I had a great time and all the best for your future career. Thank you.